Ah, the road, that mythical beast of asphalt. We once tamed it in what became one of the strangest, most wonderful journeys of our lives. Back then, when we were young and unafraid. Summer was coming to an end when Polly and Scott planned a road trip. The whole thing was bound to go off the rails. This was the Prankmasters, after all. Scott Howell, 21, a werewolf athlete who compensated for his rather small brain with a stupidly huge heart, and Polly Geist, 22, a party ghost with an insatiable hunger for all the wrong things. Each of them were, by themselves, an agent of chaos. But together they were the perfect combo for hijinks to ensue. Who in their right mind would have agreed to join them on such a trip? Hello out there and welcome to Monster Road Trip. I'm Eric with Perspective Gaming, and I needed a break. I tried recording an episode of Paper Trail, which I do intend to come back to, but I was just having a hard time getting into the headspace for just talking while solving puzzles. So I figured it was time to just do something a little silly and fun again. So we are going to play about an hour of Monster Road Trip. And just have fun, see what happens, and, go with the flow. So I hope you guys don't mind me taking a break. I've got a couple games coming out this very week that I'm recording that I'm looking forward to doing at least some of on channel. So we've got some new exciting content coming, and I'm also just a couple days away from a big break, so I'll be able to put more time into this. So thank you for being patient, and let's go.
To relax/study to.
I like the lo-fi beats. I think it's easy. Was the road trip a dangerous idea? Yes. Was it poorly planned? Yes. Did we do it anyway? Fuck yes. For in the end, we were young and unafraid, and we were ready to start.
Oh, this seat is comfy.
I have another playthrough of this on my channel with some of my friends, so probably anyone watching, well, no, that's not fair. You guys might not know. It's basically just a comedy game. We go on the road trip, we try and keep our stuff balanced while getting one of these up much higher, and if we do that, without hitting anything to zero, we win. If not, we lose. We're here to have fun. Let's go to the lake. Look, that cloud is shaped like a plane. Scott, that is a plane. On a hot, sunny day like this, the lake visit is the perfect way to beat the heat. It's also the perfect excuse to see our hot friends in swimsuits. Not that you were fantasizing about that this whole time. Nope, definitely not. Anyway, what do you do now that you're here? I can go swimming, build sandcastles, or collect seashells. We know that we don't know which resource we'll lose on these three, but we do know which one we'll gain, and we'll have to make a choice depending on which one we lose. I don't know that I've been to the mined location, so let's build sand castles. You're having a fun building in castles when you notice that your sandy abodes have acquired some new tenants. Bros, look! These these hermit crabs are moving into our sand castle. That's dope. We have a king and queen crabs now. You guys are like the kingmakers of the lake. Yup. And check out our king's brother sharpening the shells. Wow, I can't read today. I'm glad I wasn't playing a puzzle game. Yup. And check out the king's brother sharpening that little shard into a spear. I smell a regicide coming on. Hi, Wanda. Hi, Stu. What are you doing at the lake? What are we doing here? Aren't you lifeguards? Oh yeah, good catch. That explains these rescue floaties and whistle and why my swimsuit says lifeguard. And that reminds me, as the lifeguards, we gotta check to make sure your sandcastles don't have any OSHA violations. Yup, them's the rules for some reason. And I can tell you that already that these castles aren't up to code at all. Bummer, dudes. We'll be back with the paperwork to condemn them. Should take 5 minutes to an hour, depending on if we forget what we're doing on the way. We have to do something, bros. If they condemn our sandcastle, King and Queen Snippy won't have a place to call home. There's got to be some way to get the castle up to code before the lifeguards return. Time to save your crabs from total OSHA annihilation. You may have to replace the sand with another material. Sand isn't well known for its integrity as a material. Or you probably have to ditch the murder plaza. Chances are the murder plaza is the least safe part of this sand castle. I'm going to go with the one that made me chuckle. Oh, are you sure? The murder plaza was like the best part of the castle. And I spent so long sculpting the little bloodthirsty sand golems. How are King and Queen Snippy going to have sexy knife play Thursdays now? Actually, it's King Scuttle now. King Snippy was mysteriously found dead with a seashell spear in his thorax. Oh, where was his body found? The murder plaza, obviously. It's thematic. God damn it. You lose 2 hype for getting rid of the awesome murder plaza and all its amazing sand torture devices, but it's for the best. Saw dudes, ready for that just to hand down our verdict? Dude, check it out. They got rid of the murder plaza. That puts you right in OSHA compliancy, my dudes.
We did it.
Wow, that was pretty easy. We didn't even have to clean out the mold to get in the guest house. Yeah, OSHA certifications are stupid easy to get. As long as you don't have asbestos, murder plazas, or less than 3 windows, you're good to go. Great. You gain 2 mind from relaxing joy of building a sandcastle sans murder plaza.
On the wheel, eyes on the road.
Voices are slipping. So we'll do this four times, get a rest stop, 4 times, get a rest stop. Game ends when I either get one of the stats up high enough or to 25, or one of the stats hits 0. None of those help any of the things we've already done. So what have I done? I've done soul, magic, and hype. I've not done money, mind, or stamina. So those are guaranteed money down and soul down, or mystery. That's mystery, money up, and stamina down. Let's go to the Desert Foot. The guide says it draws thousands of visitors every year. Didn't know foot fetishes were so common. Hi, Willow. My cat's interrupting me, as always. Hi, baby. The desert's foot is a peculiar landmark. It's a natural rock formation that looks exactly like a foot. You're not sure if that justifies all the grand guided tours and gift shops and tourist trap stuff surrounding it. But hey, you chose to come here, so you might as well enjoy yourself. What do? So, yeah, these ones we know what we'll lose, but we don't know what we'll gain. And this one is that we have multiple choices that have higher and lower risk that are a lot more wild. So, let's see what we feel. Foot Theme Souvenir Shop, Feet Aficionado Gathering, or a guided tour. I mean, I want to take... We're early on. We can afford to do weird mystery stuff, and we're really not necessarily here to win or lose, just to have a good time. So I'm going to go with the wild ones. You see a sign advertising a guided tour and ask your friends if they're interested. Oh, I get it. You want to pose as tour guides and prank tourists with fun facts about the foot. Actually, you are interested on going on a real tour, but Polly's idea is way funnier, so sure, you'll take credit for it. Awesome! Look alive, Prank Masters, because I think I see our next marks. Oh no, it's Principal Giant Spider and Coach. Or Counselor Spider, I don't remember which one she is. Well, it'll probably tell us. This is the famous Desert Foot, then. It's not as impressive as the Desert Earlobe we toured a few miles back. Oh, I think the foot is nice. The only thing that could make it better is a desert soccer ball. Hi, Coach. Good to see ya. Hiya, Scott, and Polly, and Tara. What brings you kids here on this gloriously sweltering day? We're volunteering as tour guides for the Desert Foot. Want to hear some fun foot facts? Did you know the Desert Foot has a secret 11th toe? And not for the reason you think. What? What reason would I... My turn now. Did you know the foot is one of the smelliest parts of our bodies? You can tell a lot about a stranger by smelling their feet. For example, if a stranger lets you smell their feet, they're either really friendly or really weird. You aren't wrong, Mr. Howell, but I hate what you just said anyway. What about you, Tara? It's your turn to turn up at the bat. Tell us a fun educational foot fact. Fun fact about the Desert Foot, it gets its name because it's shaped like a foot and it's in the middle of the desert. Is our low risk option. That would be low risk. And I'm guessing would lose us even more hype. It's said the foot was built by an ancient civilization that revered feet as sacred creatures before realizing they were actually part of their own bodies. And centuries of erosion, after centuries of erosion, the desert foot's now facing natural decay. Conservationists are accepting donations to hire a very big podiatrist. Let's go max risk. It's the funniest one, and also it's the biggest risk. Yeah, that's true. The Desert Foots Foundation is sponsoring these tours because they need your donations to save the ancient landmark. The Desert Foot is a part of nature, and it's important to take care of nature. And sometimes nature needs an 8-foot-tall podiatrist, I guess. I need to use the restroom to powder my thorax, excuse me. Oh, is it time for a pee break? I'll go too. Everyone take 5. Ugh, this is absolutely ridiculous. I can't believe those fools think I'd willingly give up my money to their charity. Do they even know what their podiatrist is? They're surely not old enough to need one. How dare they appropriate late adult culture to back up their lies? It took me a second there. I was really confused by something. Anyway, still, I probably shouldn't lash out at them. Coach loves those kids dearly, to a fault perhaps, but nonetheless. I like where things are going between us. His positivity is a good influence on me, I think. I've certainly been easing up on the blood pressure medication. I suppose I'll play along. I don't want to seem cheap and unsupportive. Making a good impression is so important in these early stages. I'm sure Coach is overthinking his response, too. Oh god, did I leave the oven on? I'm back. Very well, I'll donate a bit of money to your charity. It's good for you young folk to be involved in nature conservationist efforts. Wouldn't you agree, Coach? Yeah, sure. Give him 2 money for all I care. I need to check on my apartment right now, immediately. Nice. Free money. You lose 3 soul for the unhanded way you acquired it, but you gain 1 hype for pulling off your prank. Why am I not able to read? Ah! Movie set. Now with 30% more CGI, or shady property. Maybe to skip this one while trick-or-treating. Oh, man. It's like choosing between your children. Do I go spooky or do I go movie themed? I feel like I've been to the shady property before. I'm not 100% certain because there's a couple different, like, haunted house, murder mansion kind of things, but I don't think I've ever been to the movie set, so let's try that. That was fun. I hope we see more desert body parts. Well, there's an earlobe somewhere. Everyone at some point wonders what it's like to be a movie star. You still don't know what that's like. You're just on a humble road trip or trespassing on a movie set. But this might be the closest you ever get to Hollywood, so make the most of it now. What do you do? So it was money, mind, and stamina. We could up stamina to try and there's no up soul. That was at the other one. Let's up stamina. Let's just we're here to have fun. You find a sandwich buffet and gain 2 stamina eating your fill when you notice a nearby bush. Counselor Flodge, hello. Looks like somebody has left a set piece over here. Anyway, you guys think they've got an open bar anywhere? I am no set piece. It's me, Cameron O'Flodge, fooling you once again with my incredible powers of camouflage. Hey, Counselor Flodge, what are you doing away from summer camp? I didn't know counselors were allowed to leave the campgrounds. Contrary to popular belief, counselors have lives too. I also use my amazing disguises to sneak onto movie sets and beg for a job in my wardrobe. Hey! The director shouts at all of you. Quit standing around, freeloaders. I ordered one of you to make me a sandwich 10 minutes ago. Not it. Flodge goes back to impersonating a bush. You make the director a sandwich because you have no spine. The director eats his sandwich and immediately chokes on it and dies. Holy shit. Rats, sighs the producer. Oh, that was not the director, that was the producer. Rats, sighs the producer. That's the 3rd one this year. Well, congrats, kid. You killed him. You get to take his place. It's necromonger rules. You keep what you kill. You're the director now. Wait, that's all it takes to be a director? Tara doesn't even have any training or education in filmmaking. I don't have any fucks to give about that. Here's the script, Tara. Decide what movie you want to make and yell at actors until it happens. Wow, pressure's on. What do you take as inspiration for your new movie? All art comes from suffering. Find inspiration in that terrible time you had to call for a pizza and engage in actual monster interaction with a stranger, or hard workers work hard. Smart workers outsource. Consult the muses. So I'm guessing that's minus hype and that's minus soul, and our soul's already a little low. nice poster for such a stupid idea. Now presenting The Call. The protagonist is in their studio apartment, their hands shaking as they realize the no-contact pizza delivery app isn't working. Oh no, I actually have to talk to someone, the protag gasps as lightning strikes. Okay, it's fine, I just need to practice. I'll say, I'd like to order a cheese pizza. I'll give them my address and I'll hang up, it'll be easy. The protag calls the pizza parlor. Hello, thanks for choosing Friendly Pizza, where all our staff are uncomfortably warm and talkative. What can I get you today? I'd like to order a cheese pizza. My address is, would you like to add extra cheese? Oh, sure. Okay. How much extra cheese? I find the amount of extra cheese ordered is directly proportional to the customer's psychological state. You seem unsure what to order. May I suggest talking through this 20-question quiz to decide what pizza you want based on your personality. Question 1. On a scale of 1 to 10, how healthy is your relationship with your father? The protagonist assumes your fetal position in terror. You lose 2 hype reliving this nightmare that once befell you, but at least it makes for good cinema.
Oh, this seat is comfy.
That was the right choice. Oh, biker bar or wedding? I've done wedding a few times. I've also done biker bar a few times. These were like early ads. I would do the same one at wedding. Let's do one of the different ones at weddings, because everyone always does the same one. Pet my cat while I'm going. Weddings, the union of 2 or more soulmates pledging life and love to each other for the rest of their days. If you believe in that true love stuff. If not, at least weddings are a fun place to dress fancy and get drunk. They're also fun to crash, which is what you're doing now. Shh. So what do you want to do? Okay, we always talk to the runaway bride. Let's try something now. We could reset some hype. Or we could do the gamble. The gamble sounds really fun, but let's refresh some hypes. This is also going to be fun. It's your time for the bouquet toss. You've been training your entire life for this moment. Damn, Tara, you really want that bouquet. Let me guess, you're anxious to find that special someone and do the do? And here I thought you left your horny ways behind after the monster prom. Nope, you're Tara, horny for life, if only because I said so. Which means you need to catch that freaking bouquet. I don't get it. What does catching a bouquet of flowers have to do with finding love? Catching the bride's bouquet is a tradition. Whoever catches it will supposedly get married next. It's nonsense, but it's fun nonsense. Sounds cool. I've always wanted to have a hobby that combined romance with full contact sports. I just like how chaotic the whole thing is. Everybody's throwing down to catch some flowers because they really want a bone. It's awesome. I'm rooting for you, Tara. Don't be afraid to tear a bitch's hair out when you get that bouquet. Shit, the pressure's really on now. Not only do you have to catch the bouquet, but to impress your friends too. You need a foolproof plan to snatch the flowers. Think of something. Plant a tracker on the bouquet so that you never lose sight of it. Those flowers aren't going anywhere. Or don't leave anything to chance. It's time to spend wish number 1 from the monkey's paw. Ask to catch that goddamn bouquet. Oh, this is going to end so badly, but it's so funny. Oh, monkey's paw away. Ah, yes. Remember that time you got a monkey's paw from the creepy old man in the dark magic shop? No? Well, that's what flashbacks are for. You happened upon the shop while you were walking the supermarket to satisfy your late-night cheese doodles craving. I've got something better than snack foods. I've got highly dangerous magical artifacts, like this monkey's paw. Interested? Totally. With something like that, you could wish for unlimited cheese doodles. My British accent is going from the way I normally do this narrator to the narrator from the Stanley Parable. Treatise. Manifesto. Treatise. Manifesto. Nah, don't wish for cheese doodles. This paw is only for big emergencies. Don't you know the consequences of using cursed magic? Jeez, you'd half a mind to wish for the perfect paw, for the paw to shut the man up. But you promised to use it wisely and left watching that shop turn into smoke. And now, you're keeping your promise by wishing to catch a bouquet of flowers, a symbolic love gesture with little to no real meaning. Nice.
What?
Wouldn't it make more sense for Tara to just wish on the paw to get married, if that's what they want anyway? Let it go, Scotty. It's a waste of time trying to get Tara to do things the logical way. You spend 2 magic and catch the bouquet. You gain 2 hype, but just be thankful smarts is not a stat you need in this game. Well, it kind of is. Alright, after 4 events, we roll around to here where we can either trade, try and get a new partner, lock in a location, talk to one of our existing partners, or just go to the car and do some stuff. I want to see if I can get a romantic interest I like that's fresher than Polly or Scott, who I've seen a few times.
Cozy.
Oh, wow. One of the two witches, huh? Well, one of the three, but only two of them are here. For 1 week, every turn you'll gain soul and lose magic. Not looking for a soul ending or a magic ending. For 1 week, every turn you'll lose magic and randomly gain either money, mind, or hype. We can do that. We can do hope. I also tend to like hope a little more. I mean, none of the witches has a lot of personality other than Joy, who was a full character, but we can go with hope. You invite Hope to join your road trip. Sure, I'll come with. You need a little hope on this road trip. And you're definitely a little hope. Don't push it. Magic can do many things, but for hope it's mainly three. Doing business, revealing visions, and making things explode. Next week, every turn you'll lose magic and randomly either gain money, mind, or hype. Pause. One, two, three. 1, 2, 3. Okay.
Hands on the wheel, eyes on the road.
Had to take a break there for a bit. I'm recording this on my mom's birthday, and we played a board game, which was lovely. Thanks for asking. Border of a one-person country or 90s action movie city? We're going to need magic to not constantly stagger. Neither of these for sure helps us with that. Neither's great, so I'm going to go border of one-person country because I know less about it. Polly, I learned a new trick. No hands. Scott, not while you're driving. I appreciate that Polly's a little smarter in this game than in the first one. Whoa, you had no idea there was another country out here in the middle of the desert. Of course, geography was never your strong suit. Or maybe this civilization is new.
What the fuck?
Whatever the case... Yeah, no, it's him. Whatever the case, you're hella curious to check it out. What do you do when you cross the border? Learn the country's customs, smuggle something out, or international relations. I don't want mind going down. That's for darn sure. Let's do the... I mean, I don't want to... we don't want to completely abomalize soul. What did she do? Is money, mind, or hype? So yeah, abomalizing soul doesn't even help us. Let's learn the country's customs. This country is a little more than a cottage in a small field. You knock on the door. Hi there, foreigners. Welcome to my country, Noodles, Europe. Noodles, Europe? But isn't there already a continent called Europe? Yeah, but I like the name. Don't like it? Make your own country. Okay, live your truth. So what are some of the customs of Noodles, Europe? One is that it's a common European custom to breathe using your lungs. It began as a fashion statement in the upper class, but it became popular in all social castes when people realized lung breathing was the best way to not die of suffocation. We also eat everything slathered in mayo, except for no mayo Mondays, when eating mayo is punishable by death. And the favorite cultural pastime is to write Don Quixote. You mean read Don Quixote? No, write it. No European has ever read the original work, but we know about it through pop culture. So whenever we have free time, we take a ride in the story ourselves. So you just rewrite the events of Don Quixote verbatim? Oh. Not rewrite, silly. No one's ever read it, remember? We just write down what we think is the closest version of Don Quixote we can imagine. That's what I figured it had to be. In any case, you foreigners are in for a treat. Today is a special day in Europe. Oh, cool. Is today a holiday or something? Better. Today is 2 holidays. Wait, 2? Isn't that kind of inefficient? Why not just give each holiday its own day so people can focus on celebrating just the one? Because it's my country and I can make the rules. If I want to have 2 holidays on the same day, then that's how it's going to fucking be. Tara, why don't you pick which holiday to celebrate? The President of Europe commands you to. Thanksgiving, the holiday in which we all give thanks to those who we love, or Freaky Friday, the Friday in which we all swap bodies with the loved one to live wacky misadventures that ultimately teach us a valuable lesson in empathy. Obviously the second one. Awesome. I can't wait to trade bodies with my mom and learn the struggles of being a single mother while of two trying to make ends meet while moonlighting as a chess coach. Okay, I'll switch bodies with my mom too. I'll learn so many cool things about her, like her name and where she is and why she never calls me. It doesn't work like that. You two have to already know the person you're switching bodies with. Oh. Hey, Scott, chin up. How about this? We're best buds who love each other lots. Why don't you and I switch bodies instead?
Polly.
You'd really do that for me, bro? Thanks so much. Using -2 magic. Oh, God. Noodles recites the ancient switcheroo incantation. Oh, we need magic up very desperately. And Polly and Scott's minds get totally swapped. They got the different voice recordings. That's wonderful. Bro, am I really Polly now? Weird. Should I try talking like Polly? Hey, boo, I'm Polly. I'm gorgeous and funny, and I read big books, and I do lots of dances with my butt. Watch me go.
Ass.
Nice moves. Damn, if I had I have a fine ass. Okay. I'll try being you now. Oh, check it out, bros. I'm Scott. I have big muscles and an even bigger heart. Sports, sports, sports. Wow, you sound totally like me. You almost had me fooled. You were Scott. Thanks. Ready to switch back now? Being body swapped is fun, but the heartbeat of yours is really distracting. Noodles reverses the spell and your friends are back to their old selves again. Great work, but it wouldn't be Freaky Friday if you didn't learn the moral lesson along the way. What'd you guys learn? I learned that Polly is very impressive. Doing her signature dance requires a lot more butt strength than I thought. Aw, thanks. I learned that it's hard being in Scott's shoes because it's hard to bend down and tie your shoes when you have so many muscles. I didn't mention it, but I caught that they had like the facial expression swap on the characters, just extremely good. What did you learn while you were body swapped, Tara? Oh, I didn't swap Tara with anybody. I figured nobody loved them enough to change body with them. Ouch. Guess there's only one lesson you needed to learn this Freaky Friday is that Noodles is a dick. These your friends got 2 soul for you while they were body swapped. That's an achievement at least.
Comfy.
Oh god, okay. Our magic is gonna be bad. Money, soul, soul. Adorable village. Let's turn over a new leaf. Aha. Ha 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 ha. Gift shop. Existence is pain! Well, neither of those helps magic. I'd love to go see what the Animal Crossing village is about, but gift shop might at least have a random chance of helping. Not random, but a unknown magic help. We're here for fun. We're probably gonna lose this run, and that's fine. Let's see what the new Leaf one is about. Man, it'd be great if something random happened right now. Right now, Polly. Right now. You're driving along with Hope, riding shotgun, when you glimpse something strange and identifiable off in the distance. Whoa, what is that? We have to pull over and see. Yup, that seems to be totally reasonable. You all get out of the car and walk a bit to find
What?
3 old men bathing each other in an antique wash tub. Hey, can someone pass the soap? What? Speak up, damn it. OMG, these old men must be the Oracle. They're 3 wise seers who can answer our questions about the future. What? No. As a real seer, I'm offended, and as a practitioner of common sense, I'm super offended. These guys aren't oracles at all. We'll see about that. Oh, wise one, the old dudes. Are you seers who will answer any 3 questions we ask? No. Seers always speaking in riddles. Shit, I just wasted one of our questions. We only have 2 more. Scott, you ask one. Okay. Hey, seer bros, will there still be math in the future? Probably. Oh, nuts. Well, since Hope is a skeptical Sally, that means you get to ask the 3rd question, Tara. Ask the Oracle to look into the future and see. They can surely see. Ask what it'll be like to be an old person. Or seek the Oracle's endless knowledge. Ask how many people fit in the tub. That the top one feels like we would lose hype because we're asking about what it's like to be old. The other one feels like it. I have no idea. I don't know that I want to know how many. I'm so curious, though. How many people fit in the tub? That isn't even fortune telling. That's just using logic to research a plausible conclusion. There's no magic involved. Oh, that means that we must. That's what we must be missing. No! I'll get them some magic from the car so they can use their powers. Scott pours 2 magic into the tub. If it wasn't weird enough the monsters use magic to power their cars, it apparently doubles so as bath salts. Thanks, Sonny. That was kind of you. What were you asking about again? How many people fit in here? Well, in my long life, I've learned that there's always the best answers always gained through experience. Let's find out how many can fit in together. Oh, group bath in the desert. I'm in. Yeah, you, Polly, and Scott change into swimwear and get into the tub. Man, who would have thought that bathing in the middle of nowhere could be so relaxing? Yep, life is full of simple pleasures like these. You learn to appreciate them when you get older. Well, someone hasn't learned that yet, apparently. Are you talking about me? I'm not getting in a bath with you guys and 3 strange old men. But it's so nice, and you seem stressed, Hope. What's better for stress than a warm bath? I think she's just being prideful because she doesn't want to admit she's wrong about everything. It does look nice. Fine, I'll get in, but if you ever tell anyone about this, your only future will be one filled with pain. Yeah, whatever. Shut up and get in, girl. You all spend a while in the bath gaining 2 stamina from your relaxed muscles, and you learn the bathtub can fit at least 7 people. The more you know. Oh gosh, we need magic very badly. Wow, what a cute little village. All the inhabitants are adorable animals. There's Bartholomew the classy giraffe, Boston the buff bluebird, Bernard the shy capybara, and the other one. You can't wait to meet them all. What will you do? Bugs, attend to hall. There's nothing we can do except lose. Money is one of our ending conditions. We could try for it. That's probably a better option than anything else. You and your friends start wandering around the village looking for cool bugs to add to your collection. Hey bro, it's some locals. Sup bros? Do you know where the best bug catching spots are? Bugs? No thank you. They have too many legs. No one should have that many legs. Alright, owl from actual Animal Crossing. But Bernard, bug catching is a fundamental part of our culture. Without bug catching, there wouldn't be museums. But hey, if the guys are looking for bugs, you should ask that one weirdo that lives on the edge of the island. Not them. They're too creepy. Even creepier than the bugs. Oh, God! The Easter Bunny, no! You mean me? How long have you been standing there? 2 weeks. Hello, I'm Scott. Your little friend's here. Not friends. Mentioned you know about bugs. We're trying to catch us some. There's some woods at the east end of the island. They're great for bug catching and corpse burying. I actually need to go there. Oh, you're catching bugs too? No. I love bugs, though. If you catch anything especially special, I'd be down to give you some money in exchange. Oh, I love me some good money, so count me in. Count us in, you little weirdo. And so you end up in the woods looking for a good bug for that little weirdo. Question is, what bug will you try to catch? Tapeworm at your own risk. That'll cost stamina. Catch a bug, but like an outright game bug. God, I so want to see what that one does, but I don't know if it'll cost me magic, which would like immediately kill me. Oh, God. It's so funny, though. And tapeworm is so obvious. I'm taking the gamble. If we lose, we lose. That's okay. This wasn't about winning. If it was, it'd be like a 2.5-hour video, and I don't want to do that tonight. Tara, are you sure this is a good idea? Nope, but there's only one way to find out. You get a net and go chasing bugs in the game's source code. What could go wrong? Oh, jeez. Oh, God. Is it over? My soul feels weird. Do not do that ever again. Polly makes a good point. You've all lost 2 mind after messing with your reality source code, but hey, you caught a bug. My new friends have returned. Do you have bugs for me? This voice has changed like 27 times. Yeah, we found one all right. It's in this box. Take it and never show it to us again. They happily open the box and look at their new prize. I love it. The cute little weirdo gives you a big hug, which feels like you can only describe falling into a vat of TV static, and pays you 2 money. Hope that was worth it. Okay, we need magic, like immediately. Simon Soups. Magic! Wild West Town. We can steal some horsepower. I'm sad that we won't get to go to the Five Nights at Freddy's themed one, but we don't want to lose just yet. Hope in the future, will I still be a good boy? No, you'll be an even better boy. Hooray! Aww. Welcome to the land of 6 shooters, outlaws, wild stallions, and 10-gallon hats.
These boots were made for walking.
Aww. You've always wanted to be a real cowboy, or at least the kind of cowboy they show on TV. And now's your chance. So what are you going to do, partner? Oh, it's Duel at High Noon. Oh, no, it's Duel at High Noon, which is steel. This village is filled with cowboys showing off the big irons on their hips like they're begging for a high noon shoot-off. But more importantly, it's filled with cute horses. You see brown horses, black horses, speckled horses, horses that Polly and Scott are siphoning magic from. Wait. I can explain! Oh, it's just you. Sorry, Tara. I thought you were a cowboy here to duel us for fucking with his horse. Which begs the question, why Polly and Scott are fucking with a cowboy's horse? Well, we're low on gas, but nobody could give us directions to the nearest gas station. But I thought cars have horsepower, right? So let's just power the car straight from the horses. Can you believe it worked? We just got some free +2 magic with no consequences. Hey, you hear a cowboy shout. What in tarnation you doing but a cheddar biscuit? Oh, spoke too soon. That guy looks mad. What do we do, Polly? Same as always, blame someone else. Tara did it. I saw the whole thing. Then I reckon you and me got a problem, Tara. Draw your gun and duel me at high noon if you ain't yellow-bellied. Great. Looks like you're not getting out of this without a duel. So you'd better suggest a duel you have a chance at winning. Turn your backs on each other, walk 10 paces away, and just keep walking. Start new lives, never look back. That's going to be minus hype. Classic duel to the death, but replace duel to death with truth or dare with a truth or dare match. Or maybe that's minus hype. I mean, this feels like minus hype. Doesn't really matter as long as it's not. I mean, like, minus soul is the worst we can do. And that's still fine. We see what we need to do really is start trading money for stamina or vice versa. While not losing magic to the point that we die. This is going to be a disaster, which is fun. I think I've seen Duel to Death with Truth or Dare, so let's try the new one. What? How does that even a duel? Oh, buddy, if I have to explain to you what a duel is, we clearly have nothing to talk about here. No, that ain't what I meant. Fine, let's do it now. You face him, he faces you. You turn your backs on each other, walk 10 paces, and then you continue on. You walk for a while. It's hot and sweaty, and you regret choosing to do today experiment with dress shoes and socks. It takes 2 stamina, but you eventually walked far enough, and you get straight to the car where Polly and Scott are waiting. I'm in awe of your pranking genius, Tara. You totally tricked that guy into walking. I wonder how long you'll keep walking for. Guess we'll never know. Nah, I'm gonna tell you. The cowboy continues to walk for miles and miles without stopping. A suburban mom passes her on a jog and decides to jog alongside him and gossip about her neighbors. An escaped convict joins him next. After he outruns the police, he's so inspired by the cowboy's perseverance that he gives up on crime to join him. The cowboy keeps walking, gathering more disciples. Spotters in major cities and small towns alike are on the lookout for the lone walking ranger. He's a metaphor for the lone walking ranger in all of our hearts, the magazines say. He inspires spiritualists everywhere. They even make him a walking ranger Funko Pop. The cowboy and his followers walk serenely into the sunset, never to be seen again. Suckers. We are technically alive! That would be bad! Circus. I have not been to the circus, I don't think, ever, so we're going to keep exploring new things. Bros, this road trip is a magical experience. So maybe we should get some magic to keep it going. I am trying my best, buddy. I'm very bad. And Hope is a disaster for winning this game. Hope is a nightmare for winning this game because she takes 1 stat but only raises 1 of 3. So you're it's not that you're getting a third of a point per se, but you're not really progressing towards a win. You're progressing faster towards a loss than you are towards a win. So it's really hard to finish with Hope and get the date ending with her, which is a nightmare. You, Polly, and Scott grab some popcorn and head to your seats to watch the circus. On your way there, the ringleader runs up to you. Hey, he whispers, I suddenly lost some of my performers in a soup-related accident, and I desperately need an act to cover for them. Then I thought to myself, if I randomly checked with the audience, I may bump into actual trained performers willing to join us. The rationale of this man is quite questionable, but you were born to embrace nonsense, so you tell him you're circus performers. Fantastic. What sort of act can you do? We are absolutely not magicians. We are not magicians at all. We are jugglers. We will juggle your cash. Well, people already call you a clown in your everyday life. Might as well juggle to our crowd and make a career out of it. I don't know about this, bros. I don't think I actually know how to juggle. Don't be silly. You can juggle. It's just throwing a ball to yourself and then catching it 3 times. You're pretty sure juggling's a lot more complicated than that. Wow, Paulie, you were right. Look at me go. Wow, cool. But the audience doesn't seem to be as impressed by Scott's sudden juggling skills. Scott, is that you? Get off the stage, bro. If we wanted to see someone juggling some balls, we would have gone to a strip club. Don't worry, guys. Being mean is my cousin's love language. Hi, bros. Love language, your ass. The wolf pack seems to be convincing part of the crowd to actually go to a strip club. You're going to need to stick some sick juggling tricks if you want to wow these jerks and get paid. Something like, do the 30s, juggle an unfulfilling job, slowly but steadily decaying health, and the realization that you'll never be the person you dreamed of being when you're in your 20s. Ow! Or, wow everyone by juggling 2 contradictory ideas. Feels like we would lose hype, which is not awful for us. That one could be lose mind. Ooh. But 30s could be like you lose the magic of your life because it's very boring. But that seems like a stretch. It's usually hype with something like that. Contradictory ideas feels like mind, like you'd be making yourself stupid. So either's probably fine. And contradictory ideas is funnier, and if we lose, we lose.
Great plan.
Hey, not bad. We can get some audience participation in this shit. Listen up, everybody. We need someone to volunteer 2 contradictory ideas for our Tara to juggle. A woman shyly raises her hand. I have one. I hold environmental protection as a core value in my life, but I have yet to cut meat out of my diet. Ah, what a relatable contradiction. We'll solve your conflict of interest with this power of juggling. Tara, juggle this bonsai tree and this big steak. Do mine, someone new says. I consider myself a man of science, but when times get hard, I secretly hope there is a higher power watching out for us. It's okay, Boo. Monsters are complex beings, and we're forced to have doubts and fluctuating beliefs. Tara, juggle this beaker of science liquid and this book of scripture. I've got one. I've always said I'm a boobs guy, but sometimes I think I really like butts, too. It drives me fucking crazy. Am I into boobs or butts? Why can't I make up my mind? Ah, boobs or butts. The age-old question that's divided monster kind forever. Juggle it, Tara. Here's some dirty magazines. Now to close out the show, Scott will share one last contradictory thought and stimulate your minds. Scott shyly approaches the spotlight. He clears his throat and reads from a paper. Yesterday, I wondered, if I punch my leg and it hurts, does that mean I'm strong or weak? Holy shit. Nice, you stumped them, but you also stumped yourselves. You lose 2 mind, but at least the ringmaster pays you 2 money for your act. Oh god, we need magic again. Oh, it's so desperate. Okay, so here's the dilemma that we've reached. I could stop. That effect will stop if I don't talk to Hope. I also won't progress towards the date ending if I don't talk to Hope. So it's kind of do I want to keep playing like much safer and like go do something like Noodle Stand or the info board guarantee that we get some magic ups? Or do I play it as risky as possible and try to get a date easier than if I have to play for quite as long? Given that I'm at 2, the logical part of me says go for the win. The extra logical part of me says there's no way I'm winning in a reasonable amount of time for a recording when my split is quite this bad, because I need to spend like a lot of hype and stamina to help get money up while not losing magic. So I think I'm just going to learn more about Hope as a character, and we're probably going to lose, and that's okay. That's the nature of the game, baby. Sometimes you lose.
Let's find somewhere cozy.
Let's talk to Hope. I'd rather learn about magic than the whole Damien thing. Magic, it can get boring because it involves lots of studying. But it's also very cool because it lets you make things explode. Kaboom!
Yikes.
That sounds dangerous. Well, danger is my thing. Like, it's not as if we're limited to specific spells, but each of us surely has their strengths. I focus on my visions, all sorts of dangerous spells, and what we could call attack magic. I'm the glass cannon of the coven. Faith is more of an out-of-combat witch. She specializes in healing and utility spells. Joy is quite proficient at most things, but her specialty is defensive magic. She's also the one with the strongest connection to the goddess. What's the deal with that? With the goddess? Well, for starters, she isn't technically a goddess. As a matter of fact, almost all things that call themselves deities tend not to be in technical terms. Then what's a goddess if not a goddess? It's complicated, and I'm not too clear on it myself, but I think it's like a collective consciousness of past coven witches who live in some sort of immaterial plane. All the coven's past witches? No idea, maybe some, just the first ones. Magic stuff tends to be super obscure, it's pretty annoying. What matters is that the goddess is a good ally to have on our corner. She knows lots of stuff and gives it a very decent advice. Coven's virtual assistant. Don't let Joy hear you say that, but basically. Hope? Yeah?
Perhaps.
Can you show me some of the spells that make things explode? Now you're asking the right questions. Let's get to it. And so begins a beautiful night of bombastic pyrotechnics. Kaboom! Okay. We've got 2 turns to increase our magic. Maybe only 1.
This seat is comfy.
Experimental prison. That one has the crazy one. Cheap motel. I've only ever done like the same one at the cheap motel, so I'm very curious. And it's a bunch of mystery ones, so we've got a shot. We are going to die. Heya, just reached a high amount of money. Good for you. Does that mean you're aiming for the money-based destination? If so, there's a wacky adventure that could unlock a layer for that destination. Want to go for it? We are gambling. We're constantly gambling until we lose. Every risk. Great. The adventure will be waiting for you on the road. Sorry for breaking the fourth wall. See ya. I love that the narrator's secretly hot. There's no shame in sticking to a budget, but honestly, you might have been better sleeping in the car. But hey, sometimes you just gotta rough it for a night. It'll build character. At least that's what you tell yourself while you're browsing the abysmal room options available to you. Too late to back down now, though. Which room will you rent for the night? Okay, so we want to avoid... I've done haunted rooms so many times. Everyone picks it because that's a very fun option. So I want to do one of the other ones. Only one bed's going to be the AO3 tag, the only one bed, which is likely to raise hype, but it's not guaranteed because it is a double mystery. So 2 of them, they're going to be different things. The room that's just a hole in the floor. I mean, let's just have fun. You horny fuck.
Let's do it.
Nice. I'd love to share a bed with you guys. It'll be nice to have bros keeping me warm at night. I wish everyone had good bros to share their beds with. If I could, I'd share a bed with the whole world so everyone could experience this joy. Fuck it. Wish granted. Let's share our bed with the world, Scotty. Polly posts a Greg List ad saying, bed sharing party, all are welcome. Soon you've got a line of potential bed sharers outside your door. Is this the free bed? I'm in. I was hotboxing in the parking lot and a nap sounds real nice right now. Free nap, huh? Fuck it. I was planning to come back from my break late anyway. Ghosts of parties past in the house. Let's slumber the hell out of this party. This is the police. We heard about a free bed. We're here to confirm you haven't torn off the tag from your mattress. We are? I thought we were here to take a nap on duty. Damn it, partner. I told you not to blow our cover. Polly, I think we were a little overconfident trying to fit the whole world in our bed. We pretty much have only room for one more person. Then we have a decision to make. Tara, who should be the last person in our bed? Warm Walter. I thought I was going to have to pick from that list, which case I was going to say the ghost, obviously. Like the Sadako style ghost. Warm Walter, Big Spoon for Hire, or Commander Night Night, Survivor of the Pillow Wars. I don't think either of these is going to boost magic, so I think we're kind of damned if we do, damned if we damned. So I'm going to go with Commander Night Night. I appreciate that. It'll be nice to be with others tonight, rather than alone with my memories of the dreaded Pillow Wars. I've never heard of the Pillow Wars. Were they scary? They were absolute hell. I was just a girl then, starry-eyed and ready to protect the Mattress Kingdom with my life. But war changes you. We lost so many good soldiers. My pillowcase was soaked in the blood of friends and foes alike. Wait, did you literally fight a war with pillows? Yes, it's an old tradition in my kingdom steeped in blood and feather stuffing. It was terrible. I can barely even look at a pillow now without hearing my comrades' screams. But pillow fights are fun. When we go on away games, me and the other sports ball players have pillow fights in our underwear. It's a bonding experience. Sounds sexy. Want to show me how that's done? Take this. Polly swings a pillow in Scott's face. Feathers explode everywhere. Oh, it's on. Foolish kids. You play fight now because you don't understand the horrors of war. But if you were there... Night stares broodingly into the distance. Meanwhile, you and your new buddies, bed buddies, have an epic pillow fight. You lose 2 stamina and gain 2 hype. Oh my god. We're so dead. We're so dead. Magic! Yes! No! No, not a random event. You're driving along when you see a fire hydrant explode. An aquatic knight in full of armor steps out of the geyser. Halt, metal land horse, come hither. I bid thine assistance in finding my way post haste. Huh? He's asking you to pull over and give him directions. Oh, okay. You could have just said so. Good morrow. I am Brigadier Beluga, servant and soldier to the glorious Vanderbilt crown. Oh, that's cool. We went to school with Princess Miranda. Not to brag, but we're pretty tight with the Vanderbilts. Is thou so tight with the royal family that thou hast been given a quest upon which rests the fate of the entire Mer Kingdom? No, thank God, that sounds like a chore. Nay, 'tis an honor to aid Royal Commander Belanda in her brilliant war campaign. The commander is hard at work, sieging aquariums and liberating the fish within to prepare for a full-scale invasion of this accursed dry land. Which thou didst not hear about from me. However, this latest siege is posing a unique challenge. Those scoundrels hath built an impenetrable wall around the border of the aquarium. I go now to aid the commander, but alas, I knowest not where to find the aquarium, nor do I even have a plan for whence I arrive. We can help you, bro. Coach says leave no soldier or teammate behind. Tara, what should he do? There's no need for confrontation at all. Just ask the workers holding the fort if they're billing these siege-related extra hours. Or a Trojan approach. Cook some hot dogs and send them a much-needed hot dog vendor, but hide 1 or 2 Mer Kingdom soldiers inside the cart. So we're getting soul up no matter what. It's a matter of what we're losing. The first one feels like we're losing money, possibly, because we might need to pay the workers. So I'm going to try and take the other one, which is probably lose stamina. Great idea, Tara. Anything involving hot dogs is bound to work. 'Tis a good plan, but alas, I have no dogs, hot or otherwise. Don't worry, we have some hot dogs if you can have. Anything to help you pull off that Trojan horse scam. Later, at the battlefront. This is a brilliant plan. Mer Kingdom history will be forever changed by Commander Belladonna and the hot dogs that turn the tides of war. God, she's cool. Huzzah! 'Tis a great honor to let a Vanderbilt princess take credit for my idea, which I myself stole from a stranger on the side of the road. Damn right. That said, it's too risky to stash you in the cart itself. We need a better hiding spot. Follow my lead. Belladonna and Brigadier Beluga approach the hot dog vendor with a big scalpel and a rag soaked in chloroform. Thanks again for volunteering to be the hot dog guy, soldier. We just need to sedate you real quick before you go in. Sedate me? Why? To receive thine tetanus shot. 'Tis mandatory procedure before a bloody battle. But I already have my tetanus shot. Did I ask? I'm your commander. I'll give you 10 tetanus shots if I damn well want to. Can't argue with that. As soon as the soldier's asleep, Belladonna cuts open his stomach to hide Brigadier Beluga inside. Oh God! Use the snorkel to breathe through his arm. Anus. When you hear him say, the hot dogs for sale, that's your cue to burst out of his stomach and attack. I shan't disappoint you, Commander. Glory to the Mer Kingdom. The invasion goes swimmingly, and the Mer Kingdom takes another outpost. You gain 2 soul for helping, but lose 2 stamina for giving away those hot dogs. Why do we gain soul for that? A hole in the desert. Man, they'll turn anything to a tourist trap, huh? Some say the hole is bottomless, but that can't really be true, can it? Well, since you're here, what do you want to do? Magic up. Forfeit material goods. You tell your friends that you'd like to throw some of your most prized possessions into the weird desert hole. Wait, why though? Wouldn't it make more sense to throw your stuff in a dumpster than a national landmark? You don't know about the ancient traditions. I can read it in the narrator voice if I damn well want to. Throwing one's material possessions into the Great Hole is a hollow rite. Whoa, sounds kind of dumb and nonsensical. You have my attention. Most say that the hole is just a tourist trap, but some of us know the truth. The hole is actually the mouth of an ancient deity, which we now know most things that say they're deities are not. We throw our material goods in to appease the deity's timeless hunger. If not for us, it would rise from the desert and consume the universe itself. So you're saying saving us all from the apocalypse by throwing your old junk in a big hole? That's so selfish of you. Thank you. If I call my mom right now, you would repeat that back to her? I don't know if I'd buy all of that, but this culty stuff is weird enough to pique my interest. I'll play along. Here, Hole, take my dad's old pipe. I keep it for sentimental reasons, but my new pipe glows in the dark, and I suspect glowing in the dark beats sentimental value. Good riddance. Oh, great, Hole. Here are some of my favorite bones. Normally, I'd bury them myself, but I can only dig a good hole, and I hear you're a great hole. Tara, what are you throwing in the hole? Roll a pair of dice into the hole and never know what number you rolled, or throw away the incriminating evidence. That feels like that's soul, which we have a little high of, and we're trying to get money. The money. I'm not sure what the dice is, though. That's very funny. Dice might be hype or mind, because, like, you're losing... Like, I mean, I feel like it wouldn't be hype, because you have the excitement of never knowing, but I don't know for sure. Because hype is also very high. And we can't, there's not really a bad stat to lose other than stamina or money. I'll roll a pair of dice into the hole. Whoa, I had no idea you were so reckless. You'll never know what number you just rolled. What if you rolled a 12? That'd be such a big dick energy. Or maybe it was a 5. Well, that's a lame-ass number. If I rolled a 5, I'd be so embarrassed. Let me guess. I bet Tara rolled a 32. Did I get it right? That's just it, Scott. We'll never know. You don't really care what you rolled. You're just glad your friends are entertained. You continue on with the road trip. Now it's a year later. You, Scott, and Polly are at your first annual road trip anniversary meet-up, swapping memories over milkshakes. Whoa! She looks so cool. Remember when Tara rolled a pair of dice in the bottomless hole and we never knew what number they got? Classic. Yeah, it was the highlight of the trip. I still say they got a 58, but we'll never know. Flashing forward another 6 months, you, Scott, and Polly are at a party. Polly's retelling her favorite story about you. An old dice in the hole rolled the dice into the bottomless pit, and we never knew what they rolled. As I've said, I think Tara rolled an 8.5. It's written all over their face. Flash forward again. You're sprinting away. This is artful as hell. You're sprinting away from the 2 giant dice, but they're not fast enough. They roll over you, shattering your bones, and then you wake up. Damn, you've been having this nightmare for years now. Those dice in the desert hole are haunting you with their ambiguity. You might have gained 2 magic from appeasing the hole that day, but you have no idea what these fucking dice would leave you losing 2 mind.
Plot twist. Hands on the wheel, eyes on the road.
Magic up or hype down or money up. We could do a money up. We could push further towards our goal. Regular motel or wealthy mansion. Scott, our car's about to crap out on us. Yeah, we need someone's magic touch. I know, darling. I know. I'm playing bad, and that's fine. I'm also even if I win, I'm not gonna win because I'll get the bad ending for having a bad split, and that's fine. Wow, this is one fancy house. These people must be rich. There's a sort of unsettling vibe to this place, but that's probably just what being rich feels like. And now's your chance to barge in and see what a billionaire living is like for yourself. What interests you most? Family games, grandpa's fun experiments, or babysitting the children? It's all money up. So I was thinking magic, but then none of them can be magic up, so we don't want that. So family games is going to be being hunted. Fun experiments is going to be I've seen that one, I'm pretty sure. I think that was in our last video, actually. What does babysitting the children do? You and your friends ring the manor's doorbell. A wealthy middle-aged woman answers and says, "Oh, hello, are you the babysitters?" "Nope, we're just a couple of friends on a wacky road trip that decided to stop by and..." Hush, the answer to this question. Are you disgustingly rich?
What?
No? Then let me stop you right there. If you're not rich, you'll be whatever I want you to be. You want your 2 money or not? Well, I'm not gonna say no to free money. Perfect. Then you are the babysitters. You've arrived in the nick of time. It's almost time for a second-class Edison crossbow hunt. Okay, guess we're not going to elaborate on that. The lady leads you to the playroom, where you hear the children are busy doing stuff. Why are the twin children? Why is one of the kids crawling on the ceiling and speaking in tongues? Ignore her. She just had too much sugar. Get down from there, Clara Beth. Clara Beth turns her head 180 degrees into projectile vomit and says, "Suck cock in hell, bitch!" The other twin tugs timidly on his mother's shirt. Mommy, he whispers, I see a ghost in here. Yup. Sup, kiddo? You old enough to drink yet? The kid stares dead-eyed at Polly for a minute, then pulls out a knife and whispers, the ghost says to kill you, Mommy. Hey, I did not, you little gaslighter. Well, good luck with the little angels, says the mom, slamming the playroom door shut. Great, looks like you're stuck here now. Clara Beth starts scratching demonic sigils in the ceiling, and her brother is, well, being a fucking bummer. Okay, I am way out of my depths here. Does anyone know anything about controlling a pair of creepy, misbehaving twins? These little fuckers need discipline, but grounding them isn't enough. They gotta go underground into them, as in burying them alive so they shut the fuck up. Or bring one of their toys to life, probably making it murderous too. That's magic. That's for sure magic. We're doing the top one. But isn't burying kids alive wrong? I think so, but I don't know. Clarabeth's demonic chanting is giving me too much of a migraine to think straightforward right now. As Polly tries to think, the twin boy walks up and bites her ankle. Ow! Fine! You fuckers asked for it! Tara, give me some shovels! A few hours later, the parents have finished slaughtering the middle class for sport, and they come to collect their kids. Thank you for babysitting on our short notice, says the mom. Well, where'd the little angels get off to? So, what if we told you we buried them? Ah, you undergrounded them. That's fine. Children must be disciplined sometime. Where are they buried? Well, we have some bad news. We don't really remember. Oh no, that's not good. Jeeves, get the lawyers on the phone. Wait, you haven't heard the good news. We drew a map to where they buried the kids. Oh good, Jeeves, cancel the lawyers. Cool, let's keep that energy, because here's all the other bad news. We forgot how to read the map. It turns out our drawing map while you're chugging tequila to cope with childcare is hard. Well, look on the bright side. That just means you get to do a fun treasure hunt and save your kids' lives. Well, we do love games, especially when there's someone's life is on the line. Very well, Jeeves, summon the bloodhounds. You two are great babysitters. I'd recommend you to my wealthy friends who also don't give a fuck about their annoying children's well-being. Yeah, you know, guys, now that the brats aren't here distracting me, I don't think undergrounding the kids was the nicest thing we could have done. Well, the billionaires didn't mind. True, but aligning your morality with the billionaires is a bit of a big red flag. You lose 2 souls for burying 2 kids alive. We're getting there.
This seat is comfy.
If we can survive one more, which we have absolutely no guarantee of. Do we just... I don't know if we lose one before the rest stop. We might actually be safe to, like, take a round off and not talk to her, and we might actually be able to pull this off. At least, like, getting to the end of the road, if nothing else. Do you think our car is secretly a battle robot? Maybe. The shopping mall. It's a place where you can sort of shop online, but like offline.
Who's there?
Oh, hey, it's her. You can feel young again by reviving good old ways of having fun at the mall. There's an arcade or shoplifting. I think we go shoplifting. Let's gamble it. We're close, and it's a good, like, hour plus of recording, so if we die in an entertaining way. As you're searching for the best store to steal from, you see your friend Valerie sitting in the corner fountain and texting. She looks up and smiles at you. Hey, strangers, what are you doing at the mall? We aren't shoplifting. Smooth, Scott. Don't worry, I won't rat on you. I'm also a big fan of shoplifting. It's cheap, it's thrilling, and you get to stick it to the man.
What?
The man? What man? Why is he so sticky? And never mind. You guys are newbies at shoplifting, I'm guessing. Maybe I can help. Half the work is just not getting nervous. Just vibe and no one will suspect you. Try whistling a jaunty tune as you shove shit in your pockets. Also, don't look suspicious. Avoid using fake mustaches. They're great for white-collar crime, but they don't work for shoplifting. If you get caught, just pretend to be a time traveler from medieval times who doesn't understand the concept of paper money or malls. Works every time. Valerie's got great tips. The only thing left to do is decide what you're going to steal. What'll it be? I stole your hearts back on the prom days. It's time to shoplift some hearts. Steal the security cameras. It'll pave the way for the future shoplifting. Plus, the security cam is the only thing that the security cam cannot watch. Steal the store manager's identity. It's one simple theft that will automatically make everything in the store yours. Huh. None of those is clear. This one's very funny. And that one's the big risk one and feels like you could make a lot of money off of it. But stealing identity could potentially be that you have to use magic to like look more like them or something. I'm going to do the middle gamble. We'll see. Meanwhile, in the camera room, 2 security officers are sitting around drinking coffee and staring at dozens of security camera feeds. Hey, Tom, one says. Camera 2 just went down. Should we go check it out? Wait, never mind. It looks like it's working again, but why is it showing footage of a desert? Beats me, Tom says. Did the corner of that store always look like a desert? Probably climate change or something. Camera 12 is down now. Wait, now it's back on and it's showing footage of a bare butt. Weird. I didn't check with the managers. Maybe they added a butt section to the shop. Now camera 13 is down. I think the first one was supposed to be 11 and I said 2 because I thought it was Roman numerals. No, wait, it's back and it's showing a crayon doodle of a blue girl and a purple cat saying we stole your cameras, losers. Shit, we've been had. Grab your gun, Tom. Oh shit, we've been had. Grab your gun, Tom. We gotta track down those fools. Good work, guys. It'll be easy as hell to shoplift without any cameras to spy on us. Stop, some security officers shout at you. We're looking for a blue girl and a purple cat that look a lot like you. The main difference is they're made of crayon. Have you kids seen them? I think they went that way heading towards the craft store. Ah, makes perfect sense. They're probably having the rendezvous with the thief crayon posse. Thanks for the tip, as you were. The security guards run off. It's concerning that your authority figures are so stupid, but it worked out great for you now. You lose 2 soul and gain 2 hype. Oh, that's a 0. We lose. I was wrong. Your car runs out of magic and you can't finish the road trip. They say the good memories can be magical, so you try conjuring up your best memories to power the car. Let's see, there's the time well, what about that one summer? Oh, there was the trip to... Nope, you've got nothing. Apparently none of your memories are happy enough to be magical. Damn, now I just feel sorry for you. It's all good. We knew it was a very real possibility. That was fun. I hope you guys enjoyed. I remember... Okay, no, credits, because I know the credits sometimes get tagged. Thanks for joining me. I hope you guys enjoyed. I will see you in the next one. We've got a bunch of fun stuff coming up, so look forward to it. Thanks for letting me have this sort of stress relief one, and I'll see you later. Bye!